Hey gents and lady gents, please subscribe to the Battle Captain on YouTube, click that notification bell, and like every one of my videos.
I was one of those fortunate people that got to Camp Pendleton on my 10th year and, managed to stay in Pendleton, different units, but managed to stay, more grounded, where some people just don't have that opportunity. Every 3 years, they're being transferred somewhere else.
Uh,
But, um, but no, I had that opportunity, and then I ended up at third tracks, near the end of my career. Well, not near the end, but a little bit around my 12th, 13th year.
uh-huh.
And yeah, next thing I know, I had been very lucky not to have all these deployments and so on. And now I'm checking in and boom, UDP and a float, and then boom, Iraq twice. So it was really interesting. But I really did like third tracks. I did like the way the camaraderie was, and all these different things. I was one of those fortunate ones that I got a taste of everything the Marine Corps had. I went to the Air Wing, back then FSSG, division. So I got to do all, see every different parts of the Marine Corps. And but yeah, that last second to the last one, being at third tracks, that was the memorable one. That's everyone else you kind of forget about, but not that one. That one, a lot of things happened. But yeah, I think, let me turn on the lights. It's getting pretty dark over here. There we go. That second deployment, it was difficult, because when is this thing going to end? And I think in the very beginning, what you and I were talking about was the combat losses.
Yeah.
The first time we went, I remember we were in the tent and we were talking about all this stuff, and someone had mentioned something about combat losses, and I got laughed at because I said, we just have to be careful, fraud, waste, and abuse, everything I'd been taught in the Marine Corps to that point. And all the staff NCOs, because it was a staff meeting, all the staff NCOs started laughing. And I'm like, it's not funny, but I guess I sound pretty square, and
If you
not
even know,
knowing.
if you even knew the scale.
Well, I did, because we were being a supply. You do see so and so, all the stuff that we issued. Now they're coming back saying, "Yeah, I lost it. Yeah, my backpack, got lost on a movement, and so on." So there we are. Of course, you are part of the staff, and you're also supposed to report to the commanding officer, and all these different things, and give them good information, and so on, because you're the subject matter expert.
Do you remember
But
the big camionets that we had for our tracks?
yes.
We had them all strapped onto the back
Oh
on the
yeah.
top of the track. I could not
Yeah.
tell you how many of those I saw laying on the side of the road in Iraq because people
Yeah.
just rolled them off their vehicles.
We were moving too fast. There was
Well, they didn't
because I
want to deal
remember.
with them either. They're like, "What? I don't want to be having to pull this thing out and put it up every time we stop." And so they would just roll them off their vehicles.
No, I remember, and training at Camp Pendleton at 29 pounds. All right, everybody that was part of the movement. Get stop somewhere, get them out, and then hurry up. We're moving. All right, hurry up, roll them up, get them up, and so on. So I could see, okay, now that this is really happening, I don't want this thing, and yeah, I did see them, and of course you also see, all these Marines that just, I've lost this, I've lost that. That's a pretty, expensive set of night vision goggles, and so on. But I didn't expect it to be at that level of I lost just about everything, And then when we came back the first time, I remember, we had gone to the STAP, the Special Training Allowance pool. That's where we had to pull all the camis, all the boots, all this special training gear.
Mhm.
And I signed for it all. So when we were coming back, I was told by division, a representative from division said, we're not going to ask for those things back. So, whatever. So then we had a staff meeting. I said, yeah, we're not collecting these camis. They're the old camis that we had on that first deployment. And then I got called to division, the G4, and they, there was a master guns, I believe, there. And he said, hey, he goes, all right, where's all your camis? And I'm looking at him like, and I mean, my throat went dry and everything. And I said, I didn't think we were going to throw those or collect those when we got back. He goes, oh yeah, we're collecting them. And I'm just like, I'll be right back, and I milked it, as long as I could, because he would call and said, yeah, we're collecting them. We got a couple of them. We got a few and this and that. And finally, thank God, word came down and said, no, we're not collecting those camis. What are we going to do with them? Now there was a new set of camis that come out. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I was so happy to. Now the second time that we went out too, I was kind of same thing. I do remember I was kind of like the joke, fraud, waste, and abuse, huh? Like, well, yeah, you got to be careful because, an investigation will show or will prove, if you're stealing, if you're hiding stuff, these expensive NVGs and everything. Oops, I lost them. Yeah, you get caught shipping that stuff home. I don't want anybody to get in trouble. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. Look out for each other and so on. So, but it was funny. They, that was a little joke for a while. Fraud, waste, and abuse. And yeah, it's hilarious.
Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories.